It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Tweet. That was an opinion of somebody.
I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you'd like to see help out. If not, vote the other way.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen and I said, this is genius.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen and I said, this is genius.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic in goddamn motherfucking stylation of the program. We got a program today. We're doing a show today, folks. Today is episode 1500 of the goddamn. Thank you all for joining me on this day. We've got a whole day. I've got like an entire fucking day. Like, it's only 10. You ever think about that? This is why I originally started streaming at 10 in the morning, right? Because, oh my god, it's only 10 in the fucking morning? There's a whole day ahead of me. There's a whole day! So you're telling me that I've got an entire day left as of this moment in time. It's crazy. I just woke up like 2 hours ago. I just woke up. The day's just getting started. Woo! I'm drinking my coffee. 1500, let's celebrate an arbitrary number that looks cool. That's right. It is episode 1500 of the program. Of course, for those of you that don't know, the first 979 episodes were not live streamed and not hour-long shows. And so, factor that in, 980 all the way up until this one are full-length programs. So factor that into the numbers, but I kept the numbering system the same because I like numbers, and I like seeing numbers get bigger. I love numbers. I love the number goes up, folks, and if the number goes down, well, that's a problem because, you know, I've already done a show for every number less than 1,500, maybe except for a couple. I don't know. It's possible that I accidentally, like, you know, skipped ahead. It's sometimes I noticed that I did that once, but then I went back and then fixed it. I don't know. Maybe it's possible I've done that before at some other point. Maybe I'll go back in time. Turns out, whoops, I accidentally skipped 1234, and I went from 1233 to 1235. Who knows? I don't know if I did a 1234. I might have done a 1234. It's very possible. I don't know. But anyway, I'm here. I'm doing a program today. Doing a show for everybody today, every single body in the goddamn today. Hold the phone. Every single body in the show doing a program for everybody. Every single folks, I got multiple layers on. I don't know what, I'm not doing 4 hours. Let me dispel the rumors. We've got some rumors here. I don't know where this started from, but,
that was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
So, these rumors, unsubstantiated, to say it the least. These are unsubstantiated rumors. Very much so, unsubstantiated rumors. And so the rumors not substantiated. Anyway, are you eating food? I hope. Are you eating the right food is a better question. Probably not. A Harvard nutritionist shares the 6 best brain foods. Most people aren't eating enough of these. So folks, recently I've covered a story that it turns out half of adults in the US have permanent brain damage, IQ loss from leaded gasoline, right? They're just breathing in the leaded gasoline in the air. Half of adults got lead poisoning. Whoops! Whoops! We're learning that approximately half of adults in the United States have been diagnosed with COVID. We know that long COVID affects the brain. We know that COVID is a brain-altering virus. It breaks the blood-brain barrier. And we know that about 20 to 30% of COVID patients get long COVID, which means there's a good chunk that, of people that got COVID and are going to suffer from brain damage. So what my point is in bringing these up is that we can combat the negative health effects of corporate-controlled, like in the sense of leaded gasoline, corporations putting lead in gasoline to make it cheaper, right? Or, failed government policies when it comes to a pandemic. We can try to mitigate those effects on our brains the best we can. And so, I'm just throwing that out there. This is why I take diet so seriously, because I think it is important, because everything in society is built to poison you. Don't even get me started on PFAS, microplastics, etc. There's a lot. But anyway, we got a nutritionist here. I got whenever I drink this coffee, I got the shit stuck on my lips. So anyway, 6 foods that you can introduce to your diet to help your brain. Much like the intricate relationship between the gut and the brain, diet and mental health are inextricably linked. I hope everyone watching my show knows that. Anyway, so let's look. Spices. I love me a good spice. I love pepper, right? I love garlic, onion, right? You got your herbs. You got basil, right? Love me some basil. And other herbs, there's all kinds of spices, herbs, turmeric, they show, very good stuff. In addition to adding flavor, spices are known for the antioxidant properties. In other words, they can help the brain fight off harmful free radicals. Everyone hates those free radicals, let me tell you. Not to be confused with Free Radical, one of the developers and publishers of the Time Splitter series. And therefore, prevent oxidative stress, which can damage tissues. One of my favorite spices is turmeric, a standout when it comes to reducing anxiety. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, can decrease anxiety and change the corresponding brain chemistry, protecting the hippocampus. that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Now I do. I use turmeric sometimes, but maybe I'll use it even more because that's crazy. That's super cool. I also love saffron. In 2013, a meta-analysis of 5 previously published and randomized controlled trials looked at the effects of saffron supplementation, what a good word, on symptoms of depression among participants with major depressive disorder. Get some goddamn saffron. I don't have saffron often. If I don't think I've ever cooked with saffron myself, so I'm going to pick up some goddamn saffron. All right, fermented foods. Now, this is a good one. My favorite fermented food is alcohol, but I don't know if that's on the list. Fermented foods are made from combining milk, vegetables, or other raw ingredients with microorganisms like yeast and bacteria. Some examples include plain yogurt and active cultures, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha. These are all sources of live bacteria that can enhance healthy gut function, and decrease anxiety. Love to decrease anxiety. I have an anxiety disorder. I'm anxious all the time. Look, this is my natural state. This is what I'm, this is whoa, right? Like I'm constantly freaking the fuck out. And so, that's why, I like fermented foods. In the brain, fermented foods may provide several advantages. In 2016, a review of 45 studies indicated that fermented foods might protect the brain in animals. Newsflash, we're animals, folks. That's crazy. Improving memory and slowing cognitive decline. Improving memory. That's what I love. I love my memory. Improve your memory today. Probiotic-rich yogurt can be a powerful part of your diet, but keep in mind that yogurt that undergoes heat treatment does not have the same benefits. One example is yogurt-covered raisins. Those aren't going to help your anxiety, as the heat-treated yogurt has no beneficial bacteria left. Also, keep in mind, yogurt, most of the time, the way yogurt is sold in the United States is it's got sugar. It's like a dessert for whatever reason. I don't know. So keep that in mind. Dark chocolate, I've been saying this. This is what I've been saying. If you didn't hear me say it, then you weren't fucking listening. I've been saying this. A lot of people aren't saying this. You know the phrase many people are saying? This is an example of the opposite scenario. Many people in this specific instance are not saying. And what they're not saying is dark chocolate. I've been eating dark chocolate for years. 90%, 95%. 100% cocoa. Let's get it in my bloodstream. Get it in my bloodstream. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Dark chocolate is an excellent source of iron, which helps make up the covering that protects neurons and helps control the synthesis of chemicals and the chemical pathways involved in mood. That's crazy. In 2019, a cross-sectional survey of more than 13,000 adults found that people who regularly eat dark chocolate had a 70% reduced risk of depression symptoms. That didn't happen for me. I was still depressed after I started eating dark chocolate, but 70% reduced risk, that's pretty good. So I'll take it. I'll be in the 30% there. That being said, I haven't had dark chocolate in a couple months. Maybe I need to get back on it. I don't know. Dark chocolate also has plenty of antioxidants as long as you stick to the dark stuff and make sure it doesn't have too much sugar. Again, 90% or plus. That's where I'm. Avocados. Skip avocados. Fuck them. Nuts. I love nuts. I love all kinds of nuts. I love nut products. I'm a nut. I'm a nut for nuts. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a nut for nuts. All right, nuts have healthy fats and oils that our brains need to function well, along with essential vitamins and minerals. For example, selenium in Brazil nuts. I love Brazil, and I love nuts, and I love Brazil nuts. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects of omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts show great promise in improving thinking and memory. Max the dog is currently playing with a tennis ball. Hello. Hi, Max. I recommend eating 1/4 a cup a day, not more. It's easy to overdo it with nuts. That is true, especially if you're a nut for nuts. As a snack or added to your salad or vegetable side dish, nuts can be combined into a homemade granola or trail mix that contains much less sugar and salt than store-bought versions. Hate sugar, hate salt, love nuts. 6, leafy greens. I love leaves. I love greens. Hello, Max. Max is under the table right now. Hello. When I say that leafy greens like kale make a difference in health, my patients turn up their noses at the idea. Oh, I'm a fully grown adult, but The idea of eating vegetables just makes me so offended. Oh, what do you think? I'm a child? Apparently, because you don't fucking eat kale, you stupid fuck. But anyway, let's keep going. Leafy greens contain vitamin E, carotenoids, and flavonoids, which are nutrients that protect against dementia and cognitive decline. I'm telling you, motherfucker, you think I'm gonna be demented? You think I'm already demented? Well, guess what, motherfucker? I'm living to 100. I'm gonna just let everyone know that. Famous last words, clip this when I die, like, you know, in some, I get hit by a car or something, and then juxtapose. But anyway, I'm gonna live to 100. Just kidding, actually. I decided, you know what? 100? Fuck it. I'm gonna live to 200. Why? Because I eat my leafy greens. I've got my carotenoids and my flavonoids. I got my goddamn vitamin K, my vitamin E. Another benefit is that they're an incredible source of folate, a natural form of vitamin B9 that is important in red blood cell formation. You don't even know about the blood cells. I know about the blood cells. That's why I'm eating spinach. In fact, I had spinach yesterday. Improving folate status has beneficial effects on our cognitive status and is a necessary cofactor in neurotransmitter production. My neurotransmitters, they're producing like they're going nuts, let me tell you. Greens such as spinach, Swiss chard, and dandelion greens are also an excellent source of folate. Love spinach. So check this article out. Fuck avocados. And there you go. Brain food. You got to get some brain food. Support your brain. And then guess what? Your brain's going to be like, oh shit, I got support now. Now the sky's the limit. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? I don't know why you're depressed. Just go eat a salad. No, but for real though. You know, everyone can benefit from eating healthier in all kinds of ways. So I like to share these kinds of articles when I see them. I like to learn myself. This is for me. And yes, I am planning on doing a cooking show again at some point. And yes, I know I was supposed to get it done 2 weeks ago. And yes, I'm hoping that no one remembered that. But also, I'm going to let everyone know that I was supposed to do it 2 weeks ago. But I'm working on it. Please bear with me. I have dementia. I'm demented, so I don't know what to tell you. But what I do know what to tell you is to eat spinach, eat some sauerkraut, get some, get it all. Drinking some coffee here. Probably going to be nowhere to live in 100 years. Well, maybe that's the thing is I'm going to live through where there's nowhere to live, and I'm going to I'm going to be floating in the ether somewhere, and then there's going to be somewhere to live again, because I'm planning on living to 200. My whole yard is edible. Yes, cook, Andrea. I will. Anyway, so got a show going on, doing a show today. Folks, I have some really, depending on where you are in the world, some good news or bad news. And in my particular case, this is bad news. But again, for a multitude of reasons. So, this is breaking news. That being said, this is, absolutely breaking news. This is a really big deal. This is a really big deal. So let's read, folks. Wawa plans to open its first stores in North Carolina. Here's what we know so far. So, as you can see, this is from the News and Observer. Y'all don't know Wawa? If y'all don't know Wawa, honestly, I hesitate to even refer to you as a civilized adult if you've never had Wawa. You gotta have a Wawa, as they say. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm born and also raised in New Jersey, and so we love Wawa in New Jersey. So anyway, Wawa plans to open its first North Carolina locations by 2024. That's crazy. WRAL and WBTV also reported the 58-year-old company's extension plans. The News and Observer has contacted the company for more details. We couldn't be more excited to bring Wawa's one-of-a-kind brand and offering to this market in the near future. Lori Bruce, the company's public relation manager, told WRAL, "We look forward to serving the community with our quality fresh food and beverages and, as always, our deep commitment to the communities in which we operate." You love Wawa? I love Wawa. Wawa is amazing. If you have not had Wawa, you are garbage. You're a garbage can, man. I recommend finding the nearest body of water and then, looking at it and doing nothing else. The convenience store chain will compete with local favorites, Sheetz and 7-Eleven, the latter of which is returning to North Carolina after decades-long hiatus. As the N&O reported, Wawa Inc. began in 1803 as a New Jersey iron foundry before evolving into a dairy processing plant and finally a food market. The company's modern incarnation includes more than 630 locations along the East Coast, according to its website, about half including gas stations. So there you go, folks. Wawa coming to North Carolina. Wawa markets are known for their hoagies. You gotta love hoagies. I don't know what they call them in North Carolina, even though I lived in North Carolina for a considerable amount of time. They just call them like subs, I guess. I don't know. If you call them subs, you're a fucking moron. They're goddamn hoagies. So I don't know what to tell you. But I do know what to tell you, and that's that Wawa is coming to North Carolina. So if you live there, you gotta have a Wawa. For those of you that don't know, they're in Virginia as of this moment. So they're Wawa, honestly, it should be noted for its imperial behaviors. They've been slowly, we need to be very concerned about Wawa expansion, in my opinion, because Wawa's been expanding, since the 1950s. So they're expanding. They're going to continue to expand, and we got to all start talking about Wawa expansion. But anyway, if you're ever in the New Jersey area, get some goddamn Wawa. That's all I can tell you. In fact, if I'm ever in the New Jersey area, I'm gonna get some Wawa. In fact, last time I was there, I got a lot of Wawa. I had like 3 Wawa. So lots of Wawa. And you know what else? I'm just gonna say it a couple more times. Wawa. Wawa. There you go. It's a fun thing to say. So anyway, you gotta have a Wawa, folks. That's right. This is a free advertisement. That's right. That's what I just did. This is free advertising. I just advertised a corporation. Can you believe that? For free, and they're not giving me anything. Like, for whatever reason, I just decided to do that. I just decided to do an advertisement for Wawa, but it's okay because Wawa is good, and it's culturally appropriate for me to do so. But anyway, let's keep going. Wawa definitely has imperial ambitions. That's true. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. All right, what else do I got here? This is what I got. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. I don't know what to tell you. Wawa and Sheetz set up shop next to each other and squeeze the small guy out and take over. You know what? Normally I'm against that, but in the case of Wawa, I support it because, again, this is like, it's the motherland for me. As a New Jersey, resident for the first 17 years of my life, I have to tell you, there's no way about it. I mean, Wawa, hey, they can take out every small business in the world. All the moms, all the pops can go fuck themselves if Wawa's coming to town. That's all I've got to say. I don't know what to tell you. But I love Wawa. Also, the second W is I don't think the second W is supposed to be capitalized. But anyway, what kind of fucking name is Wawa? Fuck you, Johnny Too Late FTV. Fuck you. And also, you're racist because I believe they got the name from Native American stuff. That's what I was told. That's the story I was told. So also, Johnny Too Late, not only are you wrong, but also you're racist. You're a racist son of a bitch. So I'm going to call your employer and I'm going to tell them that you're racist. So fuck you. You're going to get canceled, bitch. Anyway, speaking of getting canceled, on the list of people that I wish were canceled, Elon Musk! So here we have an article from Newsweek. Elon Musk mocks people supporting Ukraine. So let's read. This is from Newsweek. Again, this is the world that we live in. I just want to let everyone know this is the society that we are currently inhabiting in. We are not in a simulation. We might be in a simulation, and this is more evidence for that theory that we might be living in a simulation. Elon Musk has apparently made fun of people supporting Ukraine in its war with Russia by sharing a meme on his Twitter account. Can we talk about the language here, by the way? Supporting Ukraine in its war with Russia. That's like worded in a way that makes like Ukraine sound like they're the aggressor here, which is ridiculous. So obviously Ukraine is currently being invaded by another nearby nuclear superpower. So that's, that is not Ukraine's war with Russia. Maybe I would say Russia's war with Ukraine, maybe invasion of Ukraine, but I don't know. Mocking people who publicly back different causes online. The Tesla CEO shared a popular meme style that features a man holding again, the language here, the language. We need to talk about language here. This is like some boomer shit talking about like 4chan memes. Okay, we got it. Okay, language. The Tesla CEO shared a popular meme style that features a man holding a Ukrainian flag, which was captioned, "I support the current thing." Behind the man, also known as the NPC Wojak meme, are various LGBTQ plus flag designs. The tweet, sent out to his 77.6 million followers, instantly gained attention, with both positive and negative reactions. At the time of the writing, well over 165,000 people liked the tweet, while 13,000 people commented on the post. I can't with the language here. While Musk appears to be taking aim at people online who are currently supporting Ukraine, he has voiced his own public support for the country too. On March 5th, he wrote, "Hold strong, Ukraine, and also my sympathies to the great people of Russia who do not want this." I agree with that. That's a good tweet. The second one there. His latest tweet stirred up a big reaction online with a mixture of support and criticism featured within thousands of comments. Musk was himself mocked by a number of people, including science and tech reporter Adam Smith, who wrote in quotation marks, "Erg, wanting peace in Ukraine is so mainstream." Twitter user Jack Prz lamented Musk's tweet and replied, "Why must the most brilliant people always be so tragically flawed?" The idea that Elon Musk is like the world's most brilliant people, like, that's crazy to me. Like, that was one hell of a successful propaganda campaign. Like, some dumb fuck motherfucking asshole fuckface out there actually wrote down the world's most brilliant people always gotta be so, like, Elon Musk, the most brilliant people. I can't. Dumb fuck motherfucker. I really, again.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
The inclusion of LGBTQ plus flags in the background didn't go unnoticed by some, and Versus Music 16 replied to assure Musk that being LGBTQ plus isn't a trend, and I see where you're coming, but if it's getting too much. What? Okay, what the fuck? I'm sorry, okay. Being LGBTQ plus isn't a trend, and I see where you're coming, but if it's I can't, what the fuck? Okay, let me read the actual tweet here. "Hey Elon, hope you're mentally okay and not having a breakdown. This post feels like a breakdown, and honestly, being LGBTQ plus isn't a trend, and I see where you're coming from. But if it's getting too much, please..." Okay, it makes a lot more sense in context. Okay, "Please try and recharge because the internet is unhinged. Just breathe. Hope you're doing okay." I'm assuming that's sarcastic, but without context there, and I see where, but like, there is no period here in the quote. There is a comma here. This is libel. Anyway, Turkish entrepreneur and investor, I don't care. Elon Musk's meme explained, folks. All right, Newsweek is going to explain the meme. All right, Elon Musk, meme explained. Okay. The meme Musk shares appears to mock people who update their social media display pictures with Ukrainian flag or other flags relating to LGBTQ plus issues. In the middle of the image is the NPC Wojak meme, which, according to knowyourmeme.com, is a character meant to represent people who do not think for themselves or are incapable of having an internal monologue. The term NPC stands for non-playable character and is taken from video game culture. I can't, but thank you Newsweek for explaining the meme. Meme explained. This is like, like the ending to those movies that you watch and you don't understand the ending, so you look up like movie ending explained. That's Elon Musk's meme explained. The coffee keeps like staining my lips. I don't know what to say. Folks, hopefully everyone is enjoying the program today. We got I got a program going on. I was invited to go on a show on Wednesday. I will be going on a show after my show, so I'm gonna send y'all the link. I'm gonna give more info tomorrow maybe. But I was invited on a show on Wednesday at approximately 11:30. So around when my show ends, I'll be doing a bonus show on someone else's show. They invited me on to do their show, and I'm going to do that. So I'll have more info tomorrow, and then I'll give you the link when that happens. When Andrea called me a clan member, she wasn't wrong. I guess she knows better than oh shit, Johnny too late. More like I already ate and I'm not hungry. All right, I did not eat for the record, and I'm very hungry. But hopefully, again, is Max the dog is currently being a fucking dog. Maxie, Max! I'm gonna try to get him over here. Max, Maxie, come here. Look at him. Maxie, come here. Maxie, come here, come here, come here. Look at him. Max! Wah-ha-ha! This is my dog. This is Max. All right, he's had enough of me. All right, doing a program here. Okay. Doing a show. That's right. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Russia. Let's talk about Russia for a little bit. Does anyone want to talk about that shit? I don't, but I'm going to anyway because that's my job. That's right. It's my job to talk about stupid shit. And sometimes actual news. Every once in a while, actual news. And so we're going to be talking about Russia. Russia asks China for military equipment, U.S. officials say. This is from the Washington Post. Russia has turned to China for military equipment and aid in the weeks since it began its invasion of Ukraine, U.S. officials familiar with the matter told the Washington Post. The officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the subject did not describe what kind of weaponry had been requested or whether they know how China responded. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told CNN that the administration was communicating directly, privately to Beijing, that there will absolutely be consequences for any Chinese efforts to assist Russia in evading sanctions. And so this is an escalation of some kind. We'll see how this pans out. But let's assume this is true. Okay, let's assume. We don't know if China said yes. We don't know what they said. We don't know if they're mulling it over. So let's assume that Russia did indeed ask China for weapons. And let's assume China says yes. All right, here's some weapons. Does that mean the U.S. is going to start sanctioning China, heavily? Is that going to work? Is that going to happen? Is that even going to be do you know the supply chain, the global supply chain, and how related it is and required China is in production right now when it comes to things that people use in the United States and so forth. So I don't know. We'll see. But to my understanding, my reading of the situation is that China is trying its best to kind of just stay out of this. They really don't want to be involved, it seems. They really don't want to be involved. They're abstaining on everything, on the votes and all that at the UN General Assembly and the Security Council. They're like, I don't know. I'm just going to sit this one out. That's their kind of a thing. And so we'll see how this goes here. Ukrainian officials said negotiations with Russia will continue Monday. Presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said Sunday that Russia is starting to talk constructively and predicted some concrete results in a matter of days. I think that's a fool's errand. That's just my opinion, though. Russia brought the fighting closer to members of the NATO alliance on Sunday as missiles struck a military facility about 15 miles from Polish border. killing at least 35 people and injuring 134. The Yavoriv military range near Lviv, also known as the International Peacekeeping and Security Center, has hosted exercises by NATO troops and Ukrainians for years, with Americans on site as recently as February. So we'll see how this goes. Again, Russia they're not, to my understanding, now again, I am not a professional by any means, and I'm open to new information. To my understanding, Putin probably did not expect this invasion of Ukraine to last nearly 3 weeks now, and he's getting desperate. That's my reading of the situation. We see things like Putin trying more desperately to control information in Russia, and we're going to be getting into that a little bit more in another segment. They banned Facebook a week ago or so. They're banning TikTok. They're banning YouTube, and there's a lot going on when it comes to the propaganda war. Now, apparently, according to reports, Putin's approval rating is going up in Russia. Okay. And so, we'll see. They're really trying to manufacture consent for this. And China, again, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen them do anything other than fence sitting in regards to this whole thing. So it would be shocking if they actually went ahead and gave weapons to Russia. I feel like that would be a major shift here. I wouldn't anticipate it, but like, as far as China's concerned, let Russia, let the US, let one of them kill each other, and then boom. Like, if there's 3 superpowers, right? That's what we're all told. We're told that there's 3 superpowers: Russia, China, and the US, and I guess people count the West in the US, but whatever. Let them take each other out, and then, just stay on, that's my understanding of what China would probably want. But what do I know? I'm a stupid fuck American, so I'm stupid, right? So I don't know. So they could say, all right, here's some extra nukes. In fact, we'll nuke, they could do that. I don't know. They probably wouldn't. They probably won't. But what are you going to do? We'll see. But, that's an update. It's an update. That's bad. It's a bad update. It's not good. I'd prefer that didn't happen, but it did. So there you go. I don't know. I've always personally, I think the concept of superpowers is stupid. But as far as all the media and all the classifications, it's always been Russia, USA, and China. I mean, like, India, definitely could be probably considered. Say the EU, why not the EU? Why aren't they their own superpower? I don't know. What the fuck is a superpower? I don't know what any of these words mean. Russia, folks. Not looking good in there. Russian prosecutors warn Western companies of arrests, asset seizures. McDonald's, Coke, P&G, and IBM among those warned that leaders could be arrested, trademarks seized. So, we've seen this big push for whatever reason. Americans in the world are turning to McDonald's. What does McDonald's have to say? The great golden arches of McDonald's. What is their take on Russia's invasion of Ukraine? Well, they got, pressured into making a statement. McDonald's announced that it is closing every restaurant in Russia, and Russia's not happy about that. I should say the Russian government and the people of power in Russia are not happy about that. Russian prosecutors have issued warnings to Western companies in Russia, threatening to arrest corporate leaders there who criticize the government or to seize assets of companies that withdraw from the country, according to people familiar with the matter. That's crazy. Prosecutors delivered the warnings in the past week to companies including Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Procter & Gamble, International Business Machines, and Yum Brands. The Yum stock not doing so good. The people said the calls, letters, and visits included threats to sue the companies and seize assets, including trademarks, the people said. Russian President Vladimir Putin last week expressed support for a law to nationalize assets of foreign companies that leave his country. Note the language here, leave his country, right, over its invasion of Ukraine. The prosecutor's warnings were directed at companies across sectors, including technology, food, apparel, and banking. The people familiar with the matter said. The warnings have prompted at least one of the targeted companies to limit communications between its Russian business and the rest of the company, out of concern that emails or text messages among colleagues may be intercepted, some of the people said. Again, McDonald's is like getting involved in geopolitics. Does anyone remember, fun fact by the way, Pepsi used to have one of the largest militaries in the world. Did anyone know that? Look it up. Pepsi used to have, like, they were in the top 10 military. Pepsi, that's right, the corporation, the soda. Pepsi used to have the biggest military in the world. I say, let's get back there. I say Pepsi, we got to make Pepsi great again. We got to restore their military. Hold up, let me look this up. Let me give y'all a little education here. Oh, there it goes. Hold up. The microphone is not good as far as it being functional. Okay, here we go. Check this out. How Pepsi briefly became the 6th largest military in the world. We gotta make Pepsi great again. Y'all, we gotta make Pepsi great again. That's what I'm saying. I think we need to stop with NATO going to war with Russia. Fuck that. Pepsi needs to go to war with Russia, okay? I'm pro-war, and I'm pro getting Pepsi involved. Almost everyone in the world has a favorite soda. This is from Business Insider, by the way. Whether they blah, blah, blah. In 1959, then-President Dwight Eisenhower wanted to bring our American culture to citizens of the Soviet Union and show them the benefits of capitalism. To showcase their ideologies, the American government arranged the American National Exhibition in Moscow and sent Vice President Richard Nixon to attend the openings. But things were about to take a turn for the worse. Nixon and Soviet leader Khrushchev got into an argument over the topic of capitalism versus communism. Their conversation got so heated, the vice president of Pepsi intervened and offered the Soviet leader a cup of his delicious sugary beverage, and he drank it. Okay. Years later, the people of the Soviet Union wanted to strike a deal that would bring Pepsi products to their country permanently. However, there was an issue of how they would pay for the newest beverage, as their money wasn't accepted through the world. So the clever country decided to buy Pepsi using a universal currency, vodka. In the late 1980s, Russia's initial agreement to serve Pepsi in their country was about to expire. But this time, their vodka was going to be enough to cover the cost. So the Russians did what any country would do in a desperate times. They traded Pepsi a fleet of subs and boats for a whole lot of soda. The new agreement included 17 submarines, a cruiser and a frigate and a destroyer. The combined fleet was traded for $3 billion worth of Pepsi. Yes, you read that right. Russia loves Pepsi. The historical exchange caused Pepsi to become the 6th most powerful. We need to bring this back! Bring it back! We need Pepsi to get involved, folks. Everyone keeps talking about the USA getting involved with and NATO getting involved with the war. No. Pepsi. Make Pepsi great again. Y'all, make Pepsi great again. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, let's get back to the main article here. For those of you that didn't know that little tidbit of knowledge, now you do. That's a little piece of history. That's a nugget right there. You got to chew that nugget up and swallow. Pepsi was the 6th largest military in the world. Spokespeople for Coca-Cola, not to be confused with Pepsi, Pepsi wouldn't be in this fucking mess. Pepsi would be like, yeah, remember when you gave us 20 goddamn warships? Yeah, okay, you're gonna seize our assets. How about we fucking shoot you with our guns, motherfucker? That's what Pepsi would say. Coca-Cola is the pussy company. These are the fucking beta bitches. Coca-Cola gets shat on, spat on, and fucking stepped on. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Pepsi, they know what's up. They got warships. All right. So a Yum spokeswoman declined to comment beyond the restaurant company's past statements to its decision to pause operations of KFC and Pizza Hut, but not Taco Bell. Mysteriously, not Taco Bell. Late Sunday, after the online publication of this article, Russia's embassy in Washington retweeted it, stamping with a red "fake news" label. So again, Russia's claiming that this is fake news. Is it? I don't know. I don't trust Russia. Right? I don't necessarily trust corporations. I don't trust the U.S. government. Is this propaganda? Is it fake news? I don't know. I don't fucking know, but I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what's most likely. Well, we do know that Russia's passing laws that are doing very similar stuff to this. We do know that they've got a history. Putin's got a history of doing stuff like this. So you'd be led to believe that this would be true. We do know that Russia is currently losing epic style in Ukraine, but they're probably still going to win just because of brute force. But anyway, we do know that Russian government is lying. This isn't even a war in the mind of the Russian government. This is a special military operation. Some stupid fucking garbage. So we do know that the Russian government loves to lie. So if the Russian government's going to say fake news, I'm inclined to believe that it's true news. But hey, what do I know? The decision whether to continue entrepreneurial activity in our country is entirely up to the Americans. It tweeted, as well as the right to ignore the Russophobic hysteria, blah, blah, blah. A parade of companies have announced plans to suspend or scale back. There you go, blah, 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 blah. So that's just catching us up there. Anyway, make Pepsi great again. That's all I got to say. That's what I have to say. I mean, the Soviet Union had a lot of really cool stuff. That's the problem, is that, the Soviet... Hey, cancel me if you want. Soviet Union did some pretty cool stuff. Overall, not so good. Overall, pretty bad, actually. But, that said, they did do some pretty cool stuff. One of those cool things, Agitprop. They had some really cool posters, some really cool ad campaigns. They actually spent a lot of money on propaganda. Now, again, the propaganda for communism... Please understand, the Soviet Union, not very communist over the course of its history, right? But they made propaganda for communism, and they tried to associate their government with communism, right? So, but it's just pro-communist propaganda, which is cool. I mean, they made some cool propaganda. So, but obviously, their use of that propaganda was not for the best purposes. That being said... in regards to what Andrew Kohler said, Soviet propaganda included images of the Statue of Liberty with a lynched black man hanging from an arm with the torch. There you go. Again, as far as, hey, that's true. I don't know what to tell you. It's true. So, Soviet Union, mixed bag. Mixed bag. Did some cool stuff. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. We gotta be honest. United States, guess what? Cool stuff. The idea of free speech, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, obviously, again, there was no such thing as free speech for the entire 100% so far. We still don't have free speech in this country. So far, 100% of America has not had actual free speech. But the idea, them putting it in the Constitution, that's pretty cool. Right now, again, United States, mostly a pretty garbage country. The idea of free speech, free protest, it's a neat idea. So, I'm just saying, throwing that out there. Other countries are not as free as us Americans. They also, with the help of capitalists, hurt the case of communism, set back the cause for decades. That is true. So the Soviet Union did a lot of really horrible stuff, right? And so they tried to cover that up, again, by using agitprop to promote communism, and they had tried to identify the moral case for communism with their government. So internally, domestically in the Soviet Union, it was yeah, no, we're communists. The bad things that you're experiencing is for the greater good. Is trust me, if we got the plan, just listen to the plan. It's all going to work out in the end. Don't worry. And then U.S. propaganda also did the same thing, was tying communism to the government and saying, look, this government did such horrible things, and they're communists. They call themselves communists. Communists are evil. Is your brother a communist? We gotta kill him. Send him to the fucking, gotta kill. Is your sister a communist? Let's fucking kill him. Let's kill all the commies. Kill the commies. So it's ooh, but either way, they were communists. Communism got dragged in the mud, and, I don't think really anyone benefited from that. So, except for maybe the Soviet Union. I think they may have benefited the most. But also, they don't exist anymore, right? So, maybe the United States benefited the most from making people hate communism. I don't know. All I know is that shit fucked us up. As a communist, all my homies hate the Soviet Union. I don't know what to tell you. Again, cool stuff every now and then, but... American journalist killed in Ukraine, Kyiv region police chief says. This is coming from Reuters. Lviv, Ukraine. An American journalist was shot and killed by Russian forces in the town of Irpin in Ukraine's Kyiv region, and another journalist was wounded. Kyiv regional police chief Andrea Niebyotov said on Sunday. Niebyotov initially said the dead journalist worked for the New York Times. However, the Times said that the journalist had previously worked for the paper, but was not currently working for it. So, to my understanding, they just wore their press badge, right? If you're in a war area and you don't have a press badge, right, you want to put a press badge on. So, again, the Russian military, they don't give a shit. They're just going to kill you. They don't give a fuck. They see the press badge and they go, ooh, target. They're like, the U.S. police in that instance. U.S. police see a press badge, they're like, oh, I'm going to point my gun at the press badge. It's like magnetism for U.S. police. That's the Russian military as well. So what he did was he just put on his press badge from the New York Times thinking that would gain some clout. Turned out not so much. So again, he was a contractor with the New York Times. Either way, an American citizen was killed by the Russian military. That's big news, right? Now this, I don't think this is the first time so far in the I think nearly 3-week onslaught. But either way, it's big news. I mean, Russia's also, I didn't cover this story, but Russia was like holding a basketball player hostage over a vape pen. I'm not sure if that's still happening. I'm going to be honest, I missed that one. But I did read some about it. But anyway, we are deeply saddened to hear of Brent Raynaud's death. Brent was a talented photographer and filmmaker who had contributed to the New York Times over the years. The Times said in a statement posted on Twitter, though he had contributed to the Times in the past, most recently in 2015, he was not on assignment for any desk at the Times in Ukraine. It said early reports that he worked for the Times circulated because he was wearing a Times press badge that had been issued for an assignment many years ago. Bitov said that Raynaud was shot by Russian forces in Irpin, but did not give details of the incident, and he did not identify the wounded journalist. Another journalist was wounded. We are currently trying to take the victim out of the combat zone, he said in a statement. So, not good. Not good. Not only, again, is the Russian military targeting civilians, but they're targeting journalists, and now they're killing American journalists. Now, again, I personally don't, he's American, so his life is more valuable. I don't buy that shit, right? But the American government is going to be upset, right? And is always going to be upset when American citizens are killed. Again, so as far as the U.S. is concerned, they're going to be, this is pissing us off, us as in the U.S., USA as in the country, the United States of America. Now, again, in my opinion, all civilians being shot and killed by Russian military is bad. All press, being shot and killed by the Russian military is bad, and we need to keep talking about that. We need to keep talking about that. Press and civilians being killed by the U.S. military. That said, again, what's going on here? Let's we got to reframe this whole thing. Russia is invading another country because I feel like it. Putin wants to make Russia great again, and he wants to take over former Soviet states. So he's like, Ukraine, they're doing pretty well now. Let's go fuck them up. And they're killing journalists, and they're censoring, the press in their own country. They don't want people to know what's going on in their own country. So of course they would want to kill journalists. Of course the Russian military would specifically target journalists. Duh. They want to censor the truth of what's going on in Ukraine. So there you go. Not good. Not good. Woo! Hopefully everyone is having a good day, y'all. Because if you're not, that's a problem. Oh, Max the dog is currently under my desk. Hello, White Noise 00. What's up? I'm just petting my dog. Max, are you okay? Goddamn dog. How am I enjoying the Outer Worlds? It's great. It's a fantastic game. I played a lot of it last night. It's really good. I'm super into it now. Maxie. He's so licky. All right. Whew, now I got fucking dog spit all over my fucking hand. Oh. Folks, the Democrats. That's right, the demon rats, everybody. The demon rat party, the Democrat party, emphasis on rat, demons, they're rats, and they're demons. And they're demon rats. All right. New polling confirms Democrat Party left-leaning policies are out of touch. So again, Democrat Party, demon rat, woke, SJW, the gays, the transes, the blacks, etc. So the demon rats. The demon rat party, the Democrat Party, the rat party of the demons, is perceived by voters as being both ineffective and out of touch. As a result, stands to suffer substantive seat losses in the midterm elections, new polling by research indicates. So again, this poll is bullshit, so we'll get into this. This fucking shit is, we need to understand, Americans are dumb. Americans are born and raised and taught to be stupid, okay? I need y'all to understand. Americans are taught to be stupid. It's not that they're not taught. It's not that they're uneducated. The American population is extremely highly educated, actually. It's one of the most highly educated countries in the world. One of the most highly educated populations in the world. But they got educated on how to be stupid, right? Americans are taught to be stupid, right? When you go to school, you're taught to be stupid. You're not taught how to be a critical thinker, a free thinker, an independent thinker. You are taught how to be stupid, okay? So with that in mind, let's keep going. Indeed, the findings of our survey, which was conducted among likely 2022 midterm election voters, show that the electorate is increasingly pessimistic about the direction in which President Biden and the Democrats are steering the country and feel the party's priorities do not align with their own. In order to have a fighting chance in the midterms as well as a shot at holding onto the presidency in 2024, Democrats need to embark on a broader course correction back to the center. What? Back to the center. Who, in the media's eyes, is the most center, right-wing Democrat? Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin killed the Build Back Better bill. So, people want Democrats to go back to the center. They've been in the center the whole time. Literally. Ever since the Congress took over, they've been in the center. When Republicans rioted at the Capitol and engaged in an insurrection, the Democrats took the centrist position, and they said it was legitimate political discourse. Now, they didn't say that with words, but again, the left, Cory Bush, advocated to expel them all from Congress. Nancy Pelosi and the leadership of the Democrats took the center position. Yeah, we don't like that they tried to kill us, but that wasn't an insurrection, was it? Because if it was, then they'd all be kicked out of Congress. So I guess it wasn't an insurrection. Okay. Again, on the stimulus checks, Joe Biden said he would give us $2,000. We got $1,400. Hey, the center won. Again, the bipartisan infrastructure package, literally the only thing this fucking goddamn administration has gotten passed. And what was it? Bipartisan. What does bipartisan imply? Centrist. It was the centrist bill. Right, so I want to be very clear. Anyone that thinks Democrats need to go back to the center or just accepts that proposition at all is a dumbass. They're a loser and they deserve to be mocked. Tomatoes should be thrown in their radius, and they should be really, really, you should heat, boil the tomatoes a little bit so they're really soft and they explode on impact. In order to have Democrats need to embark on a broader course correction back to the center. Now, again, let's be very clear, they've been in the center the whole time. The party needs to show voters that they are focused on solving problems and addressing quality of life issues, that they reject the progressive left's embrace of big government spending and identity politics. Okay. What? Quality of life issues and solving problems. Like giving people access to healthcare? That's the thing. The juxtaposition, right? The dichotomy here is, right, identity politics and big government spending versus real solutions and solving problems. So black people getting shot by police isn't a problem that needs to be solved, apparently? Don't care. Trans people being stolen from their parents just because they're trans and not being able to go to the doctor? That's not a problem, apparently. Again, identity politics. What is identity politics? Identity politics is just a shield for people to hide their racism and their bigotry. If someone is talking to you about, quote, identity politics, they are a racist. Full stop. I don't care if they identify as a communist, a leftist, whatever, because we have a lot of those motherfuckers that pretend to be leftist. If you are against, quote, identity politics, you're a racist, you're a transphobe, you're a homophobe, you're garbage, I don't give a shit what you have to say. I'm just saying. And that also being said, the Democrats, embrace of identity politics, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? They have black people in the party? Remind me, how many black people are in the Republican Party? Like 5? So, what does that mean? I don't know. Indeed, a majority of voters, 54%, including 56% of independents, explicitly say they want Biden Democrats to move closer to the center. But they're already in the center. So what that means, again, according to this poll, 54% of voters are dumb motherfuckers. If you ask 54% of voters what the planet closest to the sun is, they will say Neptune, and they will be fully convinced that that's true. And if you try to convince them otherwise, they'll say, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. 54% of voters, if you ask them what color the sky was, they would say, I don't know, purple. They're just wrong. What I'm trying to tell you is that they're wrong. This is not an opinion. This is not, this isn't a feeling. One of the problems with free speech in this country, right, and the American attitude is people feel like, I got a right to an opinion. But then they'll apply that to stuff like 2 + 2 = 20. That's my opinion. No. When people say that they have a right to an opinion and they're wrong, you need to tell them they're wrong. My opinion is that, like the sky is W, and the grass is grasshopper, and the trees are ice cream. That's my opinion. That's not an opinion. That's just wrong. You're just wrong. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like you're just wrong. Democrats have governed in the center the whole time. They are a centrist party. The leadership of the Democratic Party is a centrist party. They are centrist. That is how they've been governing the whole time. 54% of American voters, according to this poll, are fucking dumb. They're just dumb. They're stupid motherfuckers. Right? If you ask them to put the fucking block in the hole or whatever, they wouldn't be able to do it. You ask them to build like a Lego set, they can't do it. Most voters, 61%, also agreed Biden and the Democrats are out of touch with hardworking Americans. That is true. That is true. That is why they are centrists. They are not supporting things like expanding healthcare access so that more people can get healthcare. In fact, they are not supporting things like the child tax credit. Again, the leadership doesn't give a shit about it. They are taking things away. They are not supporting clean air, clean water, clean food for people. That is true. That's because they're a centrist party. That's why they are out of touch because they are centrists. Have been so focused on catering to the far left wing of the party that they're ignoring Americans' day-to-day concerns such as rising prices and combating violent crime. That is not true. They haven't been catering to the far left of the party. There have been 0 examples of that happening. Like, this is what it's like being an American and, like, not being a dumbass, right? Is like, everyone else lives in a fantasy world. Like, I wish I lived in the fantasy world where the Democratic Party was promoting, like, left-wing, far left wing was in control. I wish. I fucking wish. I want to live in that world. As a far leftist, I wish that were true. But it's not. It's just not true. And again, the problem is it's the people that say this shit are the people that are in the media, right? They are in the DC, the Beltway bubble, right? And then you've got most Americans that are fucking dumb, and they read this shit and they think it must be true. God dang AOC and her god dang, I don't even know which, but she's a woman and the other one's black and they're Muslim and goddamn far left. Goddamn. What? You're dumb. I don't know what to, like, you're just a stupid fucking bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, if you think the Democrats are out of touch because they're so far left, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You are a fucking idiot. Anyway, the rest of this is setting the stage for the fan fiction conspiracy theories. I really, like, it, like, you go outside and you, like, these are real people. Like, you can meet real people. Yeah, I think the Democrats are a little too left. Huh? Like, again, I really just, they're just so fucking stupid. They are just so stupid. Again, it would be like, what is this? Oh, well, this is, purple unicorn with wings. No, actually, it's a can of seltzer. In fact, I'm going to open it right now. Look. Look, see? It's seltzer. But 54% of Americans are convinced that this is a purple unicorn with wings. They're just fucking stupid. But again, I want to be very clear. Americans have been taught to be stupid. The school system has educated them extremely well on how to be stupid. Americans, again, I just want to take this framing, one of the most highly educated populations on Earth. It's just that the course that we were educated in is how to be a dumb motherfucker. So, hey, I don't know what to tell you. They're fucked up. These fuckers are fucked up. They're fucked up. These are some fucked up fuckers. These are some fucked up fuckers. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to fucking say that on my show? Do I have the freedom of speech to talk about these fucked up fuckers? I hate America. I hate Americans. Feel free to clip this out of context and use it in whatever way you feel free. I hate America. I hate Americans. I hate fucked up fuckers. I'm sick. I'm sick of living here on this planet because it's not just America. It's the whole world. Like, again, we live in the apex of science and medicine, the most prosperous moment in human history when it comes to technology, science, medicine, and we're all working around fucking dumb fucked up fuckers. That's what we're working. We all gotta fucking tiptoe and walk on eggshells because of the dumb fuck, stupid ass, bitch for brains, dumb fuckers. I'm just so sick of it. I would have fucking lived to the age of 574 because of like gene editing and anti-aging technology, and I want to have like fucking the most high quality organic ingredients for free delivered to my doorstep. But instead, we got to deal with all these fucked up fuckers. I want to go to Venus. I want to go to Mars. I want to go to fucking Mercury. I want to go to Titan, motherfucker. But I can't because of all these fucked up fuckers. I hate these fucked up fuckers. Get rid of them. Throw them out. It's fucking garbage day. Throw them to the curb. I'm sick of these fucked up fuckers. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. 54% of Americans think the Democratic Party is too far left. How fucking stupid do you have to be? Your whole worldview. And again, it's one thing if this is like fucking like television. If this is fucking like television or something, right? This is a video game. You love Mega Man X5. I love Mega Man X6. Well, I love Mega Man X2. I don't give a fuck, okay? You're wrong if you don't like Mega Man X6 the best. That is the best game. You're wrong. But you know what? It doesn't matter to me. My day-to-day life isn't really impacted at all by you preferring Mega Man X2 or X5 to X6. But you know what my day-to-day life is impacted by? You thinking the Democratic Party is too far left when they're not too far left. Because that, to me, means that your entire understanding of the universe is fucking stupid. You're a fucking idiot. You have a completely incorrect view of the whole world. Everything you look at, everything you analyze the world through, your lens of analysis, your eyeballs. It would be like if you're colorblind, right? Like everything you look at is altered by like the fact that you're a dumb motherfucker with like some sort of disorder. You're a fucking goddamn idiot. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this fucking shit, okay? My day-to-day life is impacted because you think the Democratic Party is too far left and you're supporting centrist corporate fucking garbage, right? Why are you supporting corporations over fucking workers? Why are you supporting racist white people over fucking black people that just don't want to fucking be impacted by racism anymore. People that don't want to be shot and killed by fucking police. Gay people that just want to fucking get married. Trans people that just want to go to the fucking doctor. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, you have like, you're an idiot. You're a clown. You're a fucking loser. And you need to go the fuck away. You need to jump in the garbage can. You know, like fucking Squidward. You know Squidward in that episode of SpongeBob Idiot Box? Look it up. You ever see SpongeBob SquarePants? It's a good show. So there's an episode where they go play in the box and and then Squidward thinks it's real. So Squidward goes in the box, and then at the end of the episode, the garbage can or the garbage collector takes the box with Squidward inside and sends him to the landfill. That's what you need to do. You need to go to the fucking landfill and fester and decompose because you are useless to society. You are a net negative. If you are so goddamn fucking stupid that you think 54% of Americans, by the way, that the Democratic Party is too far left. I mean, you could be convinced to walk off a cliff and think that there's a trampoline at the bottom. Oh, I don't see the trampoline. No, it's there. Oh, well, I don't feel the parachute on my back. Oh, no, don't worry. There's a parachute. Like, you strip down, you're naked, and then you get convinced that you have a parachute somehow. You just walk off the cliff. Don't worry, it'll work. But I have no clothes on. I have no parachute on. I have nothing. There's no trampoline. There's no like, you know, soft landing. There's no parachute. No. Just, come on. Do it. And they walk around. They're driving cars. They're making your food. The people processing your food, some of them might think Democrats are too far left. Again, it just proves that they have an entirely warped worldview. They are manipulated to be stupid by the corporate oligarchs, and they're falling for it. You know, there's got to be a level of personal responsibility. Like, I know Americans are born and raised and trained to be stupid. The school system has taught us to be stupid. I get it. I understand that. But also, I can see through this shit. I'm a high school fucking dropout. Maybe it's because I'm a high school dropout that I can see through this shit. I don't know. But I'm a high school dropout. I'm a loser. I'm a freak. I'm uneducated. And yet, seemingly, maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Like, how, like, what is going on here, man? Like, we live in just such a stupid fucking world. We live in such a stupid fucking world. The apex of scientific discovery, technological breakthroughs, medical breakthroughs. We have the technology to extend the human lifespan into the hundreds right now. We have it right now. And yet, we're not funding the research. And yet, we're not, funding anything at all. In fact, we're doing the opposite. The lifespan in this country, the average lifespan in the United States is going down. It's going down. What? Technology is going up. Medicine is going up. Average lifespan going down. How is that fucking possible? It's because this country is run by dumb fuck motherfuckers, and it's people, the dumb fucks let the dumb fucks run, the dumb fucks and us, the rest of the non-dumb fucks, into the fucking ground. We could all be living up to 500 years old. We could all be going to Venus. We could all be living in the metaverse, right? We could all be on extremely we could all let's just look at it for the pure sake of recreation, for the pure, why don't we put money into developing super drugs that make us all happy all the time? We could put money into that, but we're not. In fact, the closest things we found to super drugs that make people happy all the time are illegal. Think about it. What? There's an entire industry, right, around antidepressants, right? billion dollar industry, right? And we know, I know I have to insert this into everything because that's the kind of person I am. We know that mushrooms, right, have a better antidepressive effect than most antidepressants, SSRIs, right? Now, again, it doesn't work for everyone, right? Nothing is 100%, right? But I'm just saying, and that's illegal. What? And when was it illegalized? when they found that LSD was curing people of alcoholism, right, 60 to 70% of the time. And then they're like, whoa, we can't have our population not be alcoholics. We got to have them be alcoholics. We got to have them be unhealthy and addicted to horrible substances that are bad for them. You know, so all the good things that are used for medicine are either illegal or you don't have access to. Right? So I'm just saying, what the fuck's going on in this country? A nation of dumb fucks ran by dumb fucks who got their power by getting voted in by dumb fucks. And we all gotta pay the fucking price for these stupid ass bitches. These stupid fuckface fucks. I hate them. I'm done. I'm not done. I'm gonna continue to be alive and whine about them. But I'm very upset, needless to say. Anyway, that's my show. I was just providing one example, Catherine, but yes, I agree. I hate dumb fucks. I don't know what to tell you. Bodan, let's go Bodan. I agree. Are you still there, Bodan? Yes, daylight saving time. Let's go Bodan. I agree. That's the show. That's the show. I don't know, man. Is anyone else just like pissed the fuck off like all the time? Like I'm just always mad. I'm always pissed the fuck off. Like every time I see a car, I'm just thinking like what could the world be like if we didn't subsidize cars? Like, if I could just walk outside and there was a market, like, if we could just walk, like, if there were elephants walking down the middle of the road, like, we could just live with elephants. We could live with dogs. We could live with zebras. They could all just hang out. We could go to we could have an interspecies society. Hey, you want to go see a movie? And want to go hang out at the water fountain with the elephants, and then we go hang out at the water fountain. We play with the elephants. You ever see those videos of the people in the elephant sanctuaries that play with the elephants, and the elephants will like suck up water in their trunks and spray it all over them? They literally have fun. They play with the fucking elephants in the watering holes. It's great. Now again, most of the water is usually really muddy, but it's still like we can get some clean water up in that shit. Think about this. This country is so stupid, we don't even have clean water. Like, we're drinking fucking lead. We're drinking fucking chloroform in this country. That's how fucking stupid we are. I want to go to the watering hole at the fountain and play with fucking elephants. That's what I want. But I can't do that. I'm not allowed. No one will let me. And that's why I do drugs. Oh. All right, y'all. That's it. That's it. I don't know what to say. Fucking Bodan. I hate to appear when you're in the middle of a segment. I love the word appear. Like Bodan just spawns into existence. God damn. Like imagine you like look out your window and there's just like elephants like playing with each other. And there's like dogs like just woofing around and like, playing with tennis balls. Right? There's like cats like singing songs, like they're all meowing. And they're singing songs with their meows, right? They're just chilling. Like that's my utopia. I want to live with the goddamn animals. I want to fucking hang out with the elephants. You know, I want Max the dog to like be able to like leave the house and say like, you know, I'll be back. I'm going to go play with the dogs down the street. And then Max comes back. And then I say, hey, Max, how was your day today? And Max is like, woof! That's my ideal world. But I can't have that because this fucking stupid ass country is run by dumb motherfuckers. God damn it. God and also damn it. Anyway, how many times am I going to say this? I don't know. I'm looping. All right, that's it. Goodbye. Y'all have a good one. I will see you. Reel on. One of these days, you're going to show me some. Anyway, goodbye.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb.
You can really put some power in it.
Dumb.
And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup
So
for
dumb.
my family. They're so innocent.
But
This is soup for my
the
family.
real problem is that our leaders
It's
are
incredible.
dumb.
And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent
I don't know
people.
who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Could we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen and I said, this is genius. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
I liked beer. I still like beer.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.